All right. Good morning, everybody. We got another awesome day for trading. Welcome to the Lang Trading Chat Room. As always, make sure you guys are practicing proper money management. You're not risking too much too soon. This is a very challenging business. You're not going to earn while you learn. You're not going to get rich quick. You got to do it the right way. You got to stay disciplined and have a trading plan. If you have any questions, comments, concerns throughout the stream, make sure you throw them up in the chat log. We'll get right on it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about stocks, cryptos, ETFs, whatever it may be, make sure you get that in the chat log and we will look right at it. And with that, let's get down to trading. So we got a market gapping down. What's up, Zap? How you doing, man? So we got this market gapping down right now. A little bit of a bounce here. Kind of expected. I mean, this was a mega gap down. We had gap down like 1.25%. So add a little bit of support right here. As you can see on this 15-minute chart, that 409 area is holding at the moment. We do have support down at 408 as well. So just kind of chopping around right now. We got a few decent ideas right now. The tech is actually, I really haven't looked at these in a minute, so let's go through these real fast. So tech is still chopping around. BLM is one you can keep an eye on, guys. Keep an eye on the BLM looking higher. The Twillo is pretty sloppy. Not a lot to do with it there. This PBF is another one that has room to go higher. A little bit of a range concern, but definitely strong. You can watch Meta short, chopping around right now. The Trip short as well. It's got a nice void. You can watch gold here, and then Shopify as well. Shopify actually looks like probably the best short idea right now. I'm liking. So, man, we had quite a few good gaps to start the day. Quite a few good gaps, but a lot of them just ripped. Cisco, CYH, Crocs, RSG, EBS. So a lot of them just put in a lot of range to start the day early. So not really making them too tradable. Same thing on the short side, the RNG, the Toast, D-Dog. A lot of these are just putting in some wild moves in the AM. So not going to be able to trade them. So let's look. All right, looks like the SPY is continuing to go higher here. All right. Let's see about this. All right, putting some bottoming tails, looking like we're going to continue to move up, trying to get above that VWAP right here. So we will see what happens with that. Yeah, so not much going on right now. Just kind of hanging out, waiting. How you doing, Meet Allies? Hello. You guys are trading anything? There you go. Appreciate it. The dollar. You looking at the dollar? I was looking at this earlier. It looks higher. Looks higher on the daily chart, doesn't it? We've been consolidating, moved up a little bit. Now we're just kind of hanging out right here, hanging out. So I think the dollar can move up, which means if the dollar moves up, that means that this SPY, which is stocks, will likely move back. So a little bit of a get a little pullback on the SPY if the dollar continues to rise into that 105, 106 area. So yeah, we still have the resistance on the SPY. This is the spot you can see on this 15-minute chart. 410 is area of resistance. So we really haven't gotten up there just yet. So still chopping around, still going with the bearish bias today. Like I said in the pre-market, this move up off the open is kind of expected whenever you have a mega gap down like that. So yeah, keep an eye on the dollar. I don't know if you're day trading it. I don't know if you day trade the dollar or not, but yeah, for swing trading purposes, could be going up a little bit. So how are you trading that, Meet Allies? Are you swing trading it? Are you day trading it? Options trading it? And then what's your take on it as well? Do you agree with that? Do you think the dollar's going lower? I mean, differing opinions is what makes the market go around. Every time you buy something, someone else is selling it. And that's what makes the market. All right, let's see here. Do my thumbnail watch lists organized here. It was a little bit all over the place early. So, all right. All right. So you're looking for a short on the euro around 1.062. You were in CFD. In CFD. I'm not exactly sure what CFD is. I'm not seeing that on my ticker symbol. Euro USD. Short of 1.062. Okay, yeah, no, that's a short. You were right about that one, man. Euro USD. Well, that means, I mean, if the dollar's going higher, then this would send that lower as well. So, yeah, that's looking like a pretty solid short. Right about 1.062. You probably sneak in a little early, 1.065. Run it down to this 1.05 area. So, yeah, it's not a bad short idea there. On the dollar, inflation data has already arrived. Does it still look like some chances to drop the market? I mean, to retest this low down here in like 360, I think it's going to take like a real black swan event. I mean, that would be a big move down. Another 12, 13, 15% down. So I don't know about retesting the bottom, but I mean, we've ran up. We could definitely retest the $400 area. I don't know how much the inflation data is really impacting the market. I mean, we've had consistent inflation for quite a while now, and the market's making higher lows and higher highs, so could be making another higher low right here. We will see. Day trading wise, man, I'm not seeing much, guys. Come on now. I need something out of these stocks. I need something. Jeez, that thing ripped. It was not a terrible look. 74 cents. You're up exactly 74 cents. You can watch Twilio as well. You're watching Amazon short, Zaf. Let's check it out. Amazon's got a little bit of support here. A little bit of support. So, and these markets are pretty choppy to start the day, so no clear direction just yet. Look at bottoming tail, doji bar, doji bar, doji bar. So a little bit choppy. You can keep an eye on some of the fat man stocks, see if they're moving. CFD is a type of trading where you get $1 for change. Let's see, I'm not exactly sure what you mean. As D is expected to rise, then what will be the next halt for AXG then? AXG. Is this silver? Is that what this is? I'm not exact. I've never heard of it. It is silver apparently. All right. I mean, this thing is pulling back, but it's pulling back at support. So you got the 50 period. I think gold is doing the same sort of thing. Yeah, pulling back after support, had a big move up. So, I mean, this is a healthy pullback on gold and silver. Putting in a higher low, trying to keep it going. I think gold and silver, or gold, I don't know about silver, gold could see 2,000 this year for sure. All right. Guys, this tech is looking interesting, but these, man, I take it back. It's really not. It's really not. I made the mistake yesterday trading Baidu with a big top and tail. Not doing that again. All right. So I'm not seeing a whole lot. Meta's moving up higher. You can watch Trip lower. Gold continues to move down. So you can watch this thing actually. It still has some range left. Has a nice void. Should be able to see 1650. Shopify is not a whole lot of range left. All right, man, I was so excited about this list in the morning. We had so many nice gaps, and now we're just grasping at straws early. I do not like that. All right. So nothing really from my list yet, but I mean, it's still early, guys. It's still early. Hold on. Tesla. Yeah, Tesla's stronger. It is very strong. Breaking out over yesterday's high. Keep an eye on the Tesla. I'll throw that on my list here. Yeah, you can definitely watch Tesla. It's a nice fine Zaf. It's moving up. It's going to need to put a pattern in right here. Here we go. Needs a pattern. Needs to rest a little bit, but yeah, should have room to about 225, that 200 period moving average on the daily chart. So watch Tesla has about $10 to play with. So keep an eye on it. And it's still within range too. So yeah, watch the Tesla. This BLN is done. Twilio is pretty much done. PBF, guys, you can watch the PBF. It does have a little bit of a range concern, but where it's at on the daily chart, I like it. It would be about a 78-cent stop. So you are going to need a pretty stout move out of this. It does do some bigger range days, 350. Doesn't really do a $4 day a whole lot. But you are asking a little bit out of that. 78, you're going to need about $1.50, a little more. So that puts you up at right at this resistance up here. So a little tough, but keep an eye on the PBF. How do we look at copper? I believe you just type it in. Copper. Like that. You just type in COPPER, hit enter, and you're looking at it. But I mean, copper and silver, gold, they're all kind of doing the same thing. I mean, they're all in the same sector. So this one's bouncing at support. You see the $4 area, a little bit of support here. In that stage 2 uptrend, making higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So you could take this thing over the 412 area. First target would be 4.35, this pivot. Second target would be up in this 4.56 area. So you can watch copper as well. Copper, silver, they're all doing pretty much the same stuff here. So you metals trader, allies, you like trading the metals? I like it. I like it. Guys, we've got a choppy market to start the day. Oh my goodness. Another one. Just a bunch of different tails. No clear direction just yet. We're in this void right here. We got room to go higher. We got room to go lower. So we need to really just pick a direction. Would it contradict the dollar? I'm actually not exactly sure if how correlated those metals are to the dollar. I mean, if they're inverse, then yeah, that would contradict the dollar a little bit. But are they usually inverse? Gold and dollar like complete inverse? Actually, I think they are low key. So nah. I mean, with inflation though, the dollar really hasn't been impacting it as much. It seems like the dollar's been hanging out. SPY just keeps moving up. Guys, watch the gold and the trip. Watch this trip. This is probably my top watch right here. It would be about a 35-cent stop. So a little bit of a range concern, but where it's at on the daily chart, it's got a void. At least a half gap fill. Yeah, on the SPY. Yeah, see that gap fill is definitely something you gotta watch. I mean, it will not be a clean gap fill though. As you can see here, we got resistance at 410. We got some resistance at the 411. Got some more at like 412.50. So each one of these pivots is going to prove to be at least minor resistance. So it's not a clear void up there. We got a lot easier room on the downside. If we break under the low of the day, expect a bearish move. Look for a short. You see this void we have down to 406. So it's struggling to get over VWAP right now in the 5 minute. If we break under low of the day, like I said, expect to move lower. I'm going to be looking for a short trade right here, actually. The trip is the main one I'm watching, guys. Trip is the main one I'm watching. It is second big red day in a row, but as you can see on the hourly chart, it really had one big move and then just kind of chopped around the rest of the day. So it's not as extended as it might look on the daily. And Tesla's pulling in a little bit. So guys, you can watch Tesla. It has relative strength right now. So keep an eye on Tesla. It's right at that resistance. Guys, Trip is probably my top watch right here. The 23.32 by 23.67. So 35-cent stop. I'm gonna get this order ready actually. 23.67. 35-cent stop. You're gonna need 70 cents out of this, so just 22.62. It's going like right here, guys. It's going right here. So I might bid for this. Hold on, I need to check the list out real fast. So range is a bit of a concern. Does have relative weakness. That's what you want to see. Pattern's really not that great. I mean, it's there, no doubt. What is that? Man, might have missed. I might bid for this, guys. Rested a little bit. It's got the range. Does that have a void? Not a clear void. Should have room to 23 though. It's about a 35-cent stop, so that's right at 1R. It's already down. How far is it down already? 9 cents. I guess now it's down even more. Man, now it's all right. Keep an eye on the trip. Keep an eye on the trip. I'm not gonna bid for it here. That's moved a little too much. If it just peekabooed, I might bid for it, but now move back up would be a little bit concerning. I do want to find a short idea though. Are any of the fat mans doing anything? Apple's hanging out. Amazon hanging out. Guys, watching Nvidia. Watching Nvidia. The VIX popping up still. Yep. It's ripping. That should send the market lower, generally. Guys, keep an eye on the Nvidia. Probably all I'm watching here from the fat man. I'm just watching Nvidia. Watch Nvidia lower. Alright. Yeah, markets are really just chopping around here, moving a little bit lower. Moving a little bit lower. So watch for that break on the low of the day. What's up, Casey Lewis? How are you doing today? Another great day for trading. Another stupendous day for trading. Not seeing a whole lot though yet. The PBF is pulling in now. You can watch it for a buy setup. A little bit of a rounded top, so not exactly the cleanest buy setup, but you can watch it. The Bloom still going. Willow still choppy. The Trip is off to a good start. Trip is off to a decent start. 35-cent stop. It's down 17, so right at about half an hour. We're looking at OIIM. All right, let's take a look here. On Shopify too, guys. I know it's a little bit of a range concern, but it's in a really nice void. It's got room to drop, so you can watch Shop. Let me put this on my list real fast here. All right, let me check out the OIIM. All right, a little bit thin. That was my first thing I noticed. Only averaging 122,000 shares, so a little bit thin. Entry at 5, and that's going to be a little bit extended by the time you're up there. I mean, it is in that stage 1, transitioning to a stage 2. So, I mean, I would wait for it to get in until after earnings, and yeah, just cautious. You have a stop. Oh, you have a wide stop though, so that's you're under all that, so that's good. And you're running it up to 7. So yeah, I can see it. It's a little bit of a longer term swing trade, but yeah, I'd be like I said, be mindful of that volume. It doesn't do a whole lot of volume. Could be thin and whippy. So otherwise, not bad. You have a safe stop in there, that's for sure, under that 200 period moving average. So that's a pretty solid stop there. Guys, I'm still watching Nvidia. Nvidia under the low of the day. It'd probably be low of the day by high of the day, honestly. I mean, you really can't tighten the stop up too much more there. Guys, watch the Tesla as well. It's got good relative strength. Pretty much leading the Qs up right now. So watch the Tesla. Probably sneaking on a buy setup here. About $3. Well, it's going right now. So if you like it, there it was. You didn't have a lot of time. You could still take it over high of the day with a $3 stop. So keep an eye on Tesla over high of the day. About a $3 stop. So you're gonna need like 220, but I mean, you should have room to 225, which is that 200 period moving average right there. You can see. So watch the Tesla. Tech is sloppy. PBF, same thing. Bloom, same thing. I mean, all of these are at range. Like they're at the average daily. I guess this one, never mind. This one's doubled it. It's $1.79. Average range is 78. So BLNN is probably not gonna be tradable. Willow's another one, man. Look at the range. It's done a lot of range today. Looking at this daily chart, you're right at some resistance in this $77, $78 area. So probably not going to be for me. That Meta's moving up. Don't like it going long though. The Trip's off to a pretty solid start here. It was a 35-cent stop. You needed just under the whole number for break even for 1 hour. Guys, keep an eye on the gold as well. Keep an eye on gold. This thing's got room to drop. It's got range left, so watch it. I want to say watch shop as well, but it would be like $1 stop. It's already done 260. Average range is only 213. So you will need a big move out of shop. I mean, it has it in it. I mean, the average range ratio is a little bit higher, so it can do some wide range days. Keep an eye on it. You're watching Roku. And I had Roku on my list this morning, but this thing is just too extended for me. Huge move up yesterday, then another big gap up. Now it's put in another huge move. So, I mean, I wouldn't go long on it. It's way too extended to go long. And I wouldn't go short just because of how strong it is. So I'd probably just leave this one alone. I know it looks good. It looks nice. And if you got it at 55, you would have made a lot of money. But I would hold off on that. Not doing anything with the Roku right here. All right. I was tempted to put it on my list this morning. I really was. But after I was like, I just can't do that. I just can't. It's just too extended. You mean, you got to question how much it has left in it. All right. So still watching Tesla. Still watching the Tesla and Nvidia as well. Watching Tesla, watching Nvidia, watching the shop. Got my eye on shop. I don't love shop. And I'm watching gold as well. You can watch gold for a short trade here as well. Man, another day, another choppy market, guys. Look at this. Again, this is not made for easy trading. We are chopping around, putting in doji bars, putting in bottom and tails, top and tails. So Stay patient, guys. I think whichever way we go at this point, I think we get above high of the day, or we're going higher. Below low of the day, we're going lower. We're chopping around, forming that range right now. All we need to do is just pick a direction. All that's left is to pick a direction. All right, Tesla, still watching it, guys. Still watching the Tesla. And NVIDIA as well. So I'm actually going to do a little bit of scanning right here. See if we can't find anything worthwhile. Again, when I'm scanning, guys, first thing I'm looking at is this daily and hourly chart. I want to see a void. I want to see an area with no resistance, no pivots or anything like that. So you can watch this MDT actually. It needs to get above this area right here. It has range left, pretty good range left. So if we can get above 84.50, watch it. Keep an eye on MDT. Met, I'll look for some short trades. Market's going higher right here. Markets are moving up. 3M looks lower. Keep an eye on that. Man, how'd that miss my short list? Low volume, I suppose. Alright, so 3M looks lower. That one's a little bit extended. This Duke, you can watch lower as well. Lin, same thing, watch it lower. Again, these don't have a lot of volume though. Some of these are a little bit thin on the volume, so be careful there. Add these two to my list, and then we're going to go back to the list. Alright, so still watching Tesla higher. The target is 417 on SPY today. We'll know tomorrow. You're going, I think the SPY fills the gap. You're going 417 today. Man, you think SPY is going to rip. Not just fill the gap, but fill the gap and break the high. I guess not break the high. 417 is just up here. And that would be quite the bullish move on the SPY if we did that today. Unfortunately, I think we get another choppy day. I think it looks like since we broke this, it looks like we're going higher, but I really don't see us getting over 414 today. I mean, you see here the last few days, every time we've gotten up to 414, we sell off, sell off, sell off. Ripped up there yesterday, big gap down. So if someone's selling at 414, I don't know if we're going to get over that area today. We're watching CYH. Yeah, CY, I had this on my list this morning, my long list. I mean, this gap was stellar. Just a textbook gap. But I mean, the first 5 minutes, it ripped. And it literally doubled its average trading range in the first 5 minutes. So another one that just way too extended for me. Not going to be able to do anything. It's likely this thing just kind of chops around and hangs out for the rest of the day. All right. So I'm really not watching anything. Tesla really lost its relative strength, so I don't like that. You can watch this PBF. Watch this PBF higher. Get on like a wedge maybe. I want to see it. Just wait on PBF, but keep an eye on it. Worth keeping an eye on. This thing is just done. Twillo, nothing. Trip bouncing a little bit. Gold, watch for a sell setup, guys. You can watch for a sell setup on gold. Bouncing right here. About a 50% retracement, yeah. And just a little more. I don't want to see it go much higher, but you can watch it right here. It'd be like 1675, probably get a high of the day. So about a 20-cent stop. So keep an eye on gold buy setup or sell setup. I bet. Tesla just hanging out still. mean, look at the markets. Oof. I guess the Q's had this big old topping tail now. So it's been a choppy market, and no doubt about it. None of the backup ideas are really looking great. You can watch this Dow, DOW. It's got probably about a 20-cent stop, maybe 25. So it's got range left. It's got 50 cents of range left. Watch it. Watch the Dow, DOW. All right. So no trades for me yet, guys. Just waiting for something to meet my criteria. So I don't think I've missed any trades yet either. I haven't missed anything. I haven't taken any bad ones. So just hanging out, waiting. Just scanning through the list, waiting for a pattern. Watch the gold. Watch the gold. It would be 1675 by 1695. 1675 by 1695. That's what the gold would be. You could probably wait for 1670. Might be a little bit safer. Give it 25 cents. You need down to 1620, so you need another 40 cents. And you would have a range concern, but it does look weak. This thing is, I'm not taking that now. You can still watch Tesla. It's putting in a little wedge pattern right here. As long as it keeps this and makes a higher high, or higher low, I mean, you can consider like 214.50 by I'll give it around $3 stop, maybe 250. So watch Tesla. Watch it. Video is getting really sloppy. Just keep an eye on MDT as well, guys. MDT over that 84.50 area. You can watch it. That one's moving up. Dude. Dow keeps moving up. Sure. Says shorting Tesla. All right. Are you already in it, or are you taking it right here? I mean, it is had a big move up. Got a little support on the way back down. So we'll see what happens there. I'm feeling long on Tesla, honestly. This little 5-minute wedge. Stream offline. Huh? Says it's all good for me. It's all good on my end. No? What in the world? It says I'm live. It says what the heck? Trading view? Come on now. Man, this is very, very annoying. Come on now. It says I'm live. It says everything's good to go. Let's see. It says live. It says we are live. Huh. Are you guys able to hear me? You see me? It looks like. I'm not exactly sure, guys. Nonetheless, I need to be looking for a trade right here. So I'm going to look at this Tesla. I'm still watching Tesla. We're good? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Can hear you now, but it cut out. Yes. Okay. That's weird. Cause yeah, on my end it didn't like. Usually I can see like my camera's off, my mic is off whenever it does that, but this time it didn't do that. Odd. Whatever. We're back now. We're ready to go. We're good to go. So there's the PBF getting going. Would have been about a 66-cent stop. So you're up a half an hour. Still watching the MDT over high of the day. Again, I want to see this thing chop around a little bit. I want to see it chop around. It's not doing exactly how much volume I want to see out of the stock. So I'm going to need to see a great pattern there. And then Tesla, guys, I'm about to get my order in on Tesla, honestly. 214.90 by 212.34. 40. Alright, so 250 stops. We're going to need $5 out of that thing. 219.90 is the target. Alright, Tesla, 5-minute wedge pattern here. Alright. Give this thing a little bit of room. Alright, and we are in Tesla. They don't give me 3 shares, son of a bitch. I wanted 4 shares of that. I wanted 4 shares of that. Son of a gun. I don't know if we're going to get filled. Hopefully we get filled on that 4th share. There we go. There we go. Alright, so we got that 4th share in there. Go. Alright, so break even on this is 217.40. That one happened quick. I'll type it in here now. 214.90 by 212.40. There we go. Tesla. In there. Guys, watch the MDT as well. MDT over high of the day. I'm gonna wait for this bar to complete itself. So it would be 84.49. I'd probably give it 20 cents is kind of tight. I'd give it probably 25 cents. So keep an eye on the MDT as well. Gold just completely ripped all the way back to high of the day, so not looking for a short there. None of the shorts are looking crazy good right now. MDT is moving up right here, so not what you want to see. Keep an eye on the Dow. You can watch Dow short still. You can still watch the Dow short. Markets continue to move up. Look like they're moving higher. Going to try to fill the gap, as Zaf has been saying. This is this first area of resistance right here. This 411 to 410 spot. We got a moving average here. We got this pivot. We got this pivot. A little bit of junk. So we're up 4 green bars in a row. So expect a little bit of a correction on the SPY. Nvidia going higher. You could argue to trade the gap fill, but not for me. Not for me. And that PBF is looking good still, guys. Making a nice move up. It would have been, what would it have been? Like I said, about a 70-cent stop. 60 to 70-cent stop. Up about 40 cents. Look at Tesla. Oof. A little bit of a pullback on the open, but no concern just yet. If we come down here to the 213 area, then I'll be a little bit concerned. But if you like Elon and Tesla, start a project on xlm.org. All right, I'll make a note of it. Let's check it out. XLM. What is it exactly? It's well, I'll do a quick Google search. Stellar USD. Oh, another crypto, yeah. Another crypto. Did he give up on the Doge? No more Doge using the Stellar XLM. XLM. Another coin. Down. And, I mean, might not be a bad spot to buy. Send it right here. Put a stop loss at 14. Be like 350 on the stop. $7 to that pivot. So you got 2 to 1 back to the high. If you're technical trading it. Yeah, I'll look into that. I'll look into that after market hours. Thanks. As of right now, for day trading purposes, I'm not seeing a whole lot. Tech is moving up. We're part of a new stock market. It's part of a new stock market. That does sound badass crazy. Yeah, honestly, as crazy as it sounds, it's just not that surprising, honestly. As crazy as I sound saying that, like, I think we're in a time where we are going to experience massive change. Like, there will be, in our life, I don't know how old you guys are, but I think within the next 10 to 20 years, there's going to be some big changes with regards to finance and all this stuff. I think we're in for some big changes. I think Bitcoin, oh wow, I didn't realize that. When did Bitcoin pop like that? Dang. But I think Bitcoin can go higher. I mean, obviously it's in an uptrend now. Higher low, higher high, just put in another higher high right at this resistance at 25,000. So we'll see what happens here. This is a spot. Make sure maybe if it pulls back, puts in another higher low, and then we break out. But I think Bitcoin could easily see 30,000 this year, maybe more. I don't know. I think 30,000 is pretty reasonable. You don't see it going past 24, where it's at right now. Right at this, do you think this resistance is all it has? I mean, maybe. But I mean, it's in an uptrend. So, I mean, we'll see if it makes a higher low, and then if it breaks out 25, it should see 30. But we'll see. Some crazy stuff going on in the world right now. Crazy stuff. But yeah, I don't know. All right, back to the list. Not seeing a whole lot. The PBF is doing all right. It's doing all right. The more I look at this, the more I'm like, man, maybe I should have been in that. Just peekabooing right up there. Almost at 1R if you took it. The Twillo just keeps going. Huge move today. Meta trip. I was gonna say, I suppose you can watch trip lower, but it's already had a pretty big day, and it's right at that $23 area. It's kind of some support, so I'm probably holding up on that. The gold, another one with a strong bounce. Tesla's doing all right still. Tesla's not looking too bad. Nvidia's looking higher. Guys, you can still watch this MDT 84.50 by, I'd probably go like 84.25. Give it a little bit of room. Didn't break out. Oh, I didn't even look at that actually. Did it not break on volume? Yeah, I missed it. Skipped over it. Actually, volume doesn't show up on here. That's why. That's annoying. Which one of these has volume? There we go. Yeah, that's. I mean, it's a little bit of a volume spike, but not crazy. Not like right here. You're looking at Piton right now. Check it out. Check it out. Piton looks higher. Yeah, if it gets over the 1430 area, you can keep an eye on it. It's under that resistance right now on this daily, but above that 1430, Watch it. Should have room to about $15. You can see this was an area of support, so that'll likely be the next area of resistance. Another thing to be mindful about is the relative strength. Actually, it is stronger than the market. It moved up while the market chopped. It's been grinding with the market, so it's got the strength, and it has some range as well. So yeah, keep an eye on the peloton. Keep an eye on the piton. Not seeing much else here. Oh, MDT. Ah, it's going right here, guys. Son of a gun. Paying attention on that. This is the area of resistance. It's within range. It's doing decent volume. Nothing special. Nothing special at all. Actually, it's low volume. Yeah, I'm gonna hold off on it. You can still get it if you like it here. Like I said, be about a 25-cent stop. All right, hold off on MDT for now. Not a bad look. It just keeps peekabooing up. High was 849, then it peekabooed to 850, and it peekabooed to 52 now. So I want to see it retest the high at least one time. Tesla. All right, thanks for the follow, Dwayne. What's your plan with Bitcoin, Dwayne? Are you investing in it? Are you trading it? Are you just asking about it? Just curious. You got any coins you're holding on to? Man, I should have bought a coin at 16,000, 17,000. That would be cool. As soon as it broke the trend line, just ripped. All right, so guys, it's only 9:30. We still got some time to trade. Still got some time to trade. PBF. Oh, this is done. So you would have been exactly at break even there on PBF. Twillo just keeps going up. Man, I haven't seen a whole lot. Haven't seen a whole lot of opportunity today. Markets were real choppy off the open. Now they just kind of been grinding higher. Tesla's grinding higher. Looking pretty solid so far. Nvidia's choppy. MDT's pulling in pretty good. All these backup ideas are pretty mediocre. Watch Pecan still, guys. It is a little bit thin on the volume. Actually, it's not too bad, actually. It's really not too bad. So yeah, watch Pecan. Watch the Peloton. You have 10 times leverage on Bitcoin right now? 10 times leverage. Sheesh. It's, I hope you're managing your money properly. I hope if Bitcoin drops to 20,000, I hope you're prepared for that. That's all I gotta say. That's a lot of leverage. KST indicator on the 1 hour chart. Never heard of that. The only indicators I use are price and volume. Looking at price levels, looking at volume spikes, and that sort of thing. What is a KST indicator? Let's check it out. Okay. Just like a kind of like a looks like a MACD almost. Almost looks like a MACD. I don't know how to read this indicator exactly, but it looks like it's a selling point. Green line across the red line. After a big move up. I'll get rid of that. Damn it. There we go. The KST indicator. Nice. And however you guys trade, however you trade, just make sure you're managing your money. You have a trading plan. That's the only two requirements that I ask of you. You can use any indicator, you can use any entry signal, any exit signal, anything. Just make sure you are managing your money properly, you are disciplined, and you are consistent. If you are doing that, then trade however you want. Look at spot, Casey, and then Vera as well. All right, so spot. Yeah, spot's moving up actually. Is it right at? Yeah, right at that resistance. What's the volume like? It's a little bit thin on volume. A little bit thin on the volume, but it's at an area where it can definitely go higher. Has a little bit of range left, not a ton. A little bit of range. All right, check out the Vera. Vera is thin. This is really thin. It's only doing 116,000 shares in the first hour. So if you're day trading it, I would be cautious. For swing trading purposes, meaning gap down. Wow, gap down below the IPO. So I mean, it should have a gap fill eventually, but I'd wait for it above $10. Maybe you get in right here and you set your stop at 6. But yeah, I mean, it's at a bottom, and you see the volume down here too. So I mean, buyers are stepping up down here. So I think it definitely could fill the gap. Actually, I'm gonna throw this on my list here. Throw it on my swing trade universe list. Nice call out there. And now the spot. Let's go back to the spot here. You were looking at entry of 130, so basically right above here. Stop loss of $16. $16 down to about 114, 112. Yeah. Price target of 160. 160. So I mean, yeah, that's the next area of resistance, no doubt about it. You like playing these long-term swing trades, Casey. Like I said, you got a lot of respect for you. One thing I want to ask sometimes though is why you're waiting for the 130 entry. I think the entry might be like 129. I guess 130 is not too high up there. And if you're waiting for confirmation that I understand what you're doing, then you want to make sure it's actually going to break out. You don't want to get peekabooed in. So yeah, no, definitely a strong stock. I would say one thing to add though, it is a little bit extended. See on this weekly chart, it's been up quite a few weeks in a row with not a lot of rest. So you might get a little bit of a pullback or a little bit of correction before it continues up to 160. I think Bitcoin's about to take off. I mean, it definitely could. It definitely could. Like I said, it is in an uptrend. Putting in a higher high, putting in a higher low, now putting another higher high. So if it gets above the 25,000 area, it could really rip. I mean, it's got nothing holding it back. 23,000 was this support. 30,000 was like the resistance, or 32,000, my bad. So, yeah, it could go either way. I mean, differing opinions is what makes the market go round. Like I said, every time you're buying, somebody else is selling. That's what makes the market. Guys, Tesla's doing all right still. We need 217.40, so we need about another dollar out of Tesla for break even. About one more dollar out of Tesla, guys. Peloton is going higher as well. Peloton's moving up. So if you liked it, it really wasn't a great pattern though. See how it's continuously just moved up, no rest in it. Same with the markets though. Honestly, markets have really just been 1, 2, 3, 4, like 7 green bars in a row. Getting up into this another area of resistance at 411. So up into resistance, up 7 bars in a row. Gotta expect some sort of correction right here. You can still watch the Peloton higher. You can still watch this thing. It's got a void. It's doing good volume. It's got not a whole lot of range left, but a little bit of range left. It's going up with the market. PBF pulling in a little bit here. All right. You can keep an eye on MDT as well. So now it's got that double put in rested twice at 84.52. Now I feel a little bit safer putting a 22-cent stop right there. You need 44, so you need under the whole number as well. So that's good. So yeah, watch MDT, watch Peloton. The MACD on the 1 hour chart shows Bitcoin's buy. Tesla long term at 220. Now Tesla long term is about 120 to 100 right now. I mean, if you're talking like 10 years long term, 20 years long term, then yeah, Tesla's a buy anywhere. But if you're holding it for a couple months, maybe a year, you could probably start cost averaging in. But I think this thing's going to get some sort of a pullback. You can see on the weekly chart, it's up like 5 green weeks in a row. I believe it's likely it's going to pull back a little bit here. Maybe retest the 180, 160 area, maybe if it gets weak. But yeah, I think Tesla's long term pretty much any time, especially if your horizon is more than 5 years. And then MACD. See, I've never really been a fan of the MACD, honestly. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Let's see what it looks like here. Moving average, convergence, divergence. Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's just false signals on here often. What are you doing here? I guess like right here it says it's a buy. That's tough for me. Like right here, would have said it's a buy as well. Like, I don't know. Like I said though, as always, make sure you're trading your own plan. Make sure you're just managing your money. If you're able to make money on MACDs, then by all means, Damien, do that. Don't let me or anybody else tell you to change the way you're trading. All I'm saying is make sure you're managing your money and you're staying disciplined and you're staying consistent. Long-term options, so like a month. A month from now, I don't know if I'm going long on Tesla a month from now. Like I said, it's had a big move up. I want to see a little bit more rest. Out of this thing. I mean, it obviously could just continue to rip and see 300. If the market breaks out over this 415 area, that will obviously help it more. But for right now, I think it's just a little bit extended. The $200 area has been holding well. It's got the moving average at 225. A little bit of junk right here, so I think a little bit more rest, a little bit more correction, and then this thing would definitely be ready to go long. You think Elon's a toxic guy? How so? Let me ask you this: who do you think is more toxic, Elon Musk or Nancy Pelosi? That one's too easy. Elon Musk or Joe Biden? Who's more toxic? I'm going to say Joe Biden. Actually, Elon Musk or any politician in the government. Any of them. They're all corrupt. I would take Elon over like basically any politician. AOC? You think AOC is toxic or no? Both. Same. Yeah. I don't know. At least Elon's, I feel like he's trying to do good somewhat. I mean, the whole Twitter thing is pretty cool. He's trying to, okay, Dwayne. Oh, settle your role. Settle down. Elon Musk should not be president. Honestly, yeah, exactly. Fuck the gov. I don't think anybody should be president. I think president is a silly job. It's just a joke of a job. I don't know how we're putting one guy in charge of 300 billion. It's like, come on. Everybody knows he's a puppet. Everybody knows he's a puppet. He's not making any real decisions. Wall Street has worked with Elon. I don't know. I think Elon's just done a great job of marketing himself and marketing his company, and at the same time creating like some real value. Yeah, go back to EGLX today. You were looking at this one a little while ago, I believe so, weren't you? Now it's pulling back. Look at the weekly buy setup we're getting here. It's pulling back. It's at that. It's at stage one, very early stage two. Oh, this is not a bad time to get into stocks. 70 cents. Put your stop down here at 50. So about a 20-cent stop, and you got room. High of the day is 2-1, or not high of the day. This pivot's 2-1. If you can add and reduce as it goes up. This thing has room to run. So yeah, actually, I'm gonna throw this on a couple of watch lists there. There you go. Yeah, Twitter's being used to suppress free speech. And you know what's scary though? Is like the only reason we know that Twitter was being used to repress or suppress free speech is because Elon Musk did the whole Twitter files thing and literally was a whistleblower for his own company. And if Twitter's doing that, imagine what Facebook is doing, and Google, and YouTube. Like all these companies are doing that. We just know about Tesla because Elon literally was a whistleblower for his own company. So it's just kind of crazy. Big tech and gov they all eat at the same table. In at 60, wait, what was it? EGLX. You were in at 0.62. So yeah, you got in on this first bounce right here, out at 0.9. Look at that. That's like a 50% gain? All right, there we go, guys. Tesla to break even. Tesla to break even. All right. Nope. I can't type right now. Tesla to break even. Watching Roku. Yeah, again, guys. Roku's there's just nothing to do with it. It's just huge move up after a huge move up yesterday, after a huge gap. Just not touching it. Are you swing trading it? Are you investing in it? For investing purposes, yeah, it's not a bad spot. You're a little bit extended, but if you're planning to hold this for a couple years, then yeah, shouldn't be worried about that. But for day trading or swing trading, I would wait for this thing to rest a little bit. Back on the easy calls, Gooch. Easy spy calls. Yeah. It had a nice double bottom. Gap down at support. Not a bad place to get calls at. But yeah, investing and trading are two completely different things. I agree. I completely agree. He's like, I was 100% accurate the other day, huh? You were, and then I haven't heard from you in a week. I'm like, what? You batting 1 for 5? You come in here, you're accurate, and you tell everybody about it, and then the other 4 days you lose a little bit of money and you're quiet. What about yesterday? Easy money yesterday? I don't think so. Chop, 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 chop. By the day before that, this was even worse. Ripped all the way up, came all the way back down, then just chop, chop, chop. You run your own group, I'd be busy. Hey, that's what's up. I get it, we're all busy. You running your own group? What's it called? The Gooch? The Gooch Group? That'd be a hell of a name. Yeah, I run the Gooch Group. People might not know what you're talking about if you tell them you run a Gooch Group. You might get some different ideas about what you're doing. Advanced bot alerts. Okay. So now you're like a HFT, little high frequency trader. Guys, watch this MDT. I'm thinking about getting an order in on this actually. Be 84.52 by 84.30. And again, you look at the relative strength. Look at the relative strength. The market has consistently ran up since this has been consolidating. So if the market drops at all, pulls back, gives it a correction, this thing's probably going to tag out. And it's not doing great. I mean, it's doing all right volume. But I'm all about day trading. Get in, get the F out. You're like the scalp. I'm not big on scalping. I like trading some 5-minute charts. Set my order, put it in, and forget about it. You making money on the Bitcoin, Dwayne? Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, there you go. Big move up. Big move up. It's right at resistance. After that big move up, you're likely to get some correction. Keep doing you, Dwayne. Keep making that money, brother. Love to see that. Love to see it. No holding hope for me. If you're trading with hopium, you're a bad trader. Sorry. Shouldn't be hoping with any stock. You get in, you know what the parameters are, you know what your expectation is, and you manage it. I know what my expectation is with Tesla. I expect Tesla to continue running up into this 220 area. It's stronger than the market. It's into a void. I know whenever I go to 1R, I move my stop to break even. I know what my expectation is. Piton still running up here. Still no great patterns on that. No great patterns on the Piton for me. So, man, it's already 9:53. Dang, where'd the time go? All right, so I'm going to be calling it a day here soon, guys. Just the one trade on Tesla for me. It's at break even right now, so worst case scenario is I don't lose anything. It's a break even day. Best case scenario is I'm up 2R. So, not a bad position to be in. Hopefully, Tesla can get it done. A little bit worried about it. With the market's up so much, we might get a correction. It might tag us out on Tesla, but no harm, no foul. Otherwise, I didn't see much. This MDT is a little bit tempting, but again, I'd like to see some relative strength. So I'm going to hold off on that. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns before I get off the mic, throw them out there. Get right on them. Make sure I check out that XLN when I get off too. Thanks for mentioning that, Ninja Trader. It was you, wasn't it? I think so. I don't know. Someone mentioned the XLN. Yeah, there it is. That's you. All right. So I will check that out. Do a little bit of work on my own trading business. Put that work in, you know. Guys, MDT is tempting me. I'm not going to lie. But you know what? It's going right here. I'm about to get off the mic. I don't need to rush into anything. So I will keep an eye on Bitcoin, Dwayne. I gotcha. Thanks for that. I'm here every morning, live streaming the market open every morning, about 9:45 Eastern time to about 11 o'clock. So come check it out. Come say what's up. I'll make sure I'm keeping an eye on your Bitcoin for you. Keep that updating. But yeah, thanks for everybody tuning in. You're looking at AM. What is this? I don't think I've ever seen this. Oh, biopharma. Yeah, this is a little whippy for me as well, man. This is This is one that I would be staying away from. It's pretty low volume if you take away this one day. So maybe you had some sort of insider information. What do they do? I don't know, genetic code. So maybe you found out that they figured out the code. I don't know, but yeah, this is one I'm not really trading. All right, anyways, guys, have a great day. I will see you all here tomorrow morning. Take care, guys.